Have you ever heard the story of the butterfly who fell in love with a rose? It's a tale that sounds romantic at first, but it holds a powerful lesson about love, loyalty, and what we expect from others. Let me tell you about it. Once upon a time, a handsome butterfly with wings dusted in gold and silver spotted the most beautiful rose he had ever seen. He was completely mesmerized. He flew closer, his heart fluttering just as fast as his wings, and confessed his deep love for her. The rose, quite taken with his dazzling appearance and sweet words, blushed a deeper shade of red and shyly accepted his affection. For a while, everything was perfect. They shared sweet moments, whispering promises of eternal faithfulness to one another under the warm sun. The butterfly would praise her velvety petals, and she would admire the intricate patterns on his wings. Their love story seemed like it was straight out of a fairy tale. After a period of this blissful romance, the butterfly told his beloved rose he had to leave for a little while, but he promised to return soon. He gave her one last tender kiss and flew off, leaving the rose to wait for him. Days turned into weeks, and the butterfly did not return. The rose waited patiently at first, her petals drooping a little more each day. She missed his charming presence and the way he'd dance in the air just for her. But as more time passed, her patience turned to worry, and her worry slowly turned to suspicion and hurt. Finally, one sunny afternoon, the butterfly reappeared, fluttering casually towards her as if no time had passed at all. But the rose was no longer the blushing, happy flower he had left behind. Her petals were trembling with anger, and her voice was filled with unshed tears. "Is this what you call constancy?" she cried out as he drew near. "It feels like an eternity since you left me, and don't think I haven't heard things. Worse, I've seen things with my own eyes." The butterfly looked surprised by her outburst. The rose continued, her voice rising. I saw you kissing Miss Geranium over by the garden wall. And you were shamelessly flirting with Miss Mignonette, fluttering all around her until the honeybee had to chase you away. Honestly, I wish he had stung you for being so unfaithful." She expected him to be ashamed, to apologize for his behavior and beg for her forgiveness. But instead, the butterfly let out a light, almost mocking laugh. "Constancy?" he repeated, his tone dripping with amusement and sarcasm. "You're talking to me about constancy?" He hovered in the air, looking down at her. "My dear Rose, I had barely left your side when I saw the gentle wind, Zephyr, kissing your petals." You didn't seem to mind his advances at all. The rose recoiled, but the butterfly wasn't finished. "And what about Mr. Bumblebee? You carried on with him quite scandalously, letting him linger far longer than necessary. Not to mention, you've been making eyes at every single bug that passes by. You've been just as busy as I have." He paused, letting his words sink in. Then he delivered the final blow. "You can't possibly expect me to be constant and loyal to you when you yourself have shown no constancy at all." And with that, the butterfly flew away, leaving the rose stunned and silent in her garden bed. The story ends there, but the lesson is crystal clear and echoes through our own lives. It's a simple but profound truth. We cannot demand from others what we are not willing to give ourselves. If we want loyalty, we must be loyal. If we want honesty, we must be honest. If we want faithfulness, we must be faithful. It's easy to point fingers and notice the flaws in others, to see where they fall short of our expectations. But it's much harder and much more important to turn that same critical eye inward and examine our own actions first. Are we living up to the same standards we hold for everyone else? This story is a timeless reminder that relationships are a two-way street. The foundation of any strong connection, whether it's love or friendship, is built on mutual respect and shared values. So, before you ask for constancy from someone else, first ask yourself, are you being constant? Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that make you think. See you next time.